Welcome, everyone, to the Inland Sports Show. Before we start the show, make sure you like this video and you've subscribed to the Inland Sports Show YouTube channel. And if you're a local business or organization and you'd like to promote yourself on this show, just send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. The show starts right now. Garcia's left-footed. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in live and amplified here on the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Before we get to some great interviews, make sure you subscribe to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Share it. Tell everybody you know. Give this video a like. And if you'd like to take your support to the next level, we also have a thanks button. It helps us give coverage here in the IE. So we'd really appreciate that as well. All right, we're really hitting high school football hard as we get closer to week 0. We got a bunch of games on August 17th. That's a Thursday night coming up real quick. Later in the show, we're going to hear from Vista del Lago head coach Mike Tuohy. The Ravens have been to 3 consecutive CIF Southern Section semifinal appearances, trying to get over the hump to a championship game. We'll also talk to the Big Jeezy, Geoff Gorham, the face of Riverside TV high school football, and also the vice president of the Riverside Sport Hall of Fame. So we got some stuff to talk with Geoff about as we get ready for high school football, and some new plans, some better coverage coming to Riverside TV. Can't say everything quite yet, but it's going to be good. And we'll also hear from Jayden Daniels, the former Cajon high school quarterback, now the starter at LSU for the Tigers. Could be a Heisman Trophy winner, could lead LSU to a national championship. Everything is on the table for the former Cowboy, so we're going to hear from him as he stopped by SEC Media Day. But first, we're going to start off with a little bit of Ramona Rams high school football with their head coach, Ken Mushinskie. The Rams trying to, I wouldn't say rebuild, but reload. They lost a lot of great seniors from last year's team. They've got a couple guys back, including Jake Valenzuela at receiver, but they've got a lot of spots to fill. They've got a quarterback battle going on as well. Here's our interview with the one and only Ken Mushinskie from Ram High. Inland Sports. And now joining us here on the Inland Sports Show, the one and only head coach of Ram High, the Ramona Rams, Ken Mushinskie. And Coach, thanks, first off, for just jumping on the show. You always make time for us, and I always do appreciate it. But especially now because we're getting into the high school football season, so your responsibilities, your duties just got ramped up a little bit because now it's getting real. Like we're in helmets and pads now as we get so close to the start of the high school football season. Once the pads come out, I know things get a lot busier for you guys, but also, does it feel more real that first game is right around the corner now?
Oh, for sure. Well, first off, thanks for having us, Pep. I'm sure I speak for the rest of the coaches around the area. We really appreciate what you guys do covering sports, and it's always a pleasure coming up and chopping it up with you on your sports show. Definitely first day of pads today. I know that the weather did not cooperate like it was supposed to. I'm sure some teams got in a good practice, especially if they went early this morning. We unfortunately go in the evening, and our district kind of shut down outside activities, so we had to manipulate the situation and go inside the gym and get as much work done as we can. Unfortunately, our weight room is also outside, so that was out of the question. So it was kind of bittersweet today. We ramped it up. We started. I woke up with little excitement, and then when I got into school, we had to kind of change practice plans and just make the best of a tough situation. And hopefully tomorrow it's better, clears up, and we could take today's practice plan and use it for tomorrow. But yeah, it's an exciting time right now, I'm sure, for all the coaches. It's football season, and we're all ready to go.
So, Coach, I saw you out there at Shark Fest at Santiago for the passing tournament. Of course, coaches are going to say it's not real football, and I get that. It totally isn't. But do you enjoy it, or do you just kind of get your team signed up for these tournaments just so they can compete against somebody and do something different than just running around your own field against the same guys?
Yeah, I'm personally not a big 7-on-7 guy. The kids really like it, and it is competition, and I don't care whether it's ping pong or checkers or basketball. I love having the kids compete, and that's why I really try to push kids to play multiple sports, which at Ramona, that many of our kids play yeah. 2, sometimes even 3 sports. I really signed up for that for the lineman competition. I think the linemen, they don't get as much love as the skill guys, and Bert, has always done a great job with all those lineman competitions, 7-on-7. So when he threw out the invitation, I definitely jumped on it. We actually even did the kicking portion in the morning, which was the kind of a first for me. So yeah, I do it more for the kids and to compete against other kids, and I like to go out there and talk to all the coaches and see what they have and see what they're doing. It's like going to a coach's clinic. I mean, we all chop it up and have a good time, and it was fun. It was our only competition we did this year with a bunch of teams, and we fortunately struggled in the morning a little bit. The kids were a little groggy, and it wasn't even morning; it was afternoon. We struggled the first couple games. And then by game 3, it seemed like we kind of picked it up a little bit, and the atmosphere changed, and we were able to make it to the semifinals and play a real tough Chino Hills team, back to back with Ken Batdorf and Norte Vista playing LA Cathedral. So it was pretty cool having 2 River Valley League teams playing the semifinals, and it was a great day. The kids really, really performed and competed. I was really proud of them.
Well, Coach, and I'll say this too, I was impressed, with especially your passing game, because, you look at last year's team and you guys were senior heavy, and you had some all-time great seniors. Of course, your son, Nathan Johnson, Bo Bruins, all-world running back. But I went out there and I'm like, okay, you got Jake Valenzuela back, and I think it was Royce Mendoza as well. I'm like, wait, hold on. The cupboard's not bare at Ramona. These guys still have some playmakers out there, at least on offense from what I saw.
Yeah, so we graduated 18 starters from offense and defense. So we knew it was going to be a rebuilding year for us, and we were going to have to rely on some of those kids that did produce last year, like Jake Valenzuela, Royce Mendoza. We knew what they had. It was the other kids that maybe got a little experience but didn't start or didn't play as much as Royce or Jake. And as I said, the first couple games it was a little jittery, and they were feeling everything out. But by game 3, a lot of guys stepped up real big, and we were able to win 3 games in a row to get us into that semifinal game. So it was great to see. It wasn't really about the wins and losses for me at the Shark Fest tournament. It was more about seeing how our kids were going to compete and how they were going to face adversity. Because especially in 7-on-7, it's like, the first play, they go 40-yard fade and score a touchdown. How are you going to react? And the first couple games, the kids did not react the way that we wanted them to. We talked to them, sat them down. And by game 3, they kind of figured it out. And yeah, it was a very positive experience for us.
So, Coach, now let's talk some real football as we get ready for that first game of the year. You open with JW North. Whenever you play another Riverside school, especially, 2 traditional older Riverside schools, I mean, is it fun? Do you get up for that besides just being the first game of the year? Is it fun playing the other Riverside schools?
Oh, there is no doubt about it. As a matter of fact, my philosophy is to try to play every Riverside school. Unfortunately, this year we were able to get North, King, and Pauley at the front in the front 5, and then we obviously play Arlington in league. So we get to play all 5 Riverside schools. I think it's important not only for the kids to play against guys they know, but also it keeps it close. The fans don't have to drive real far, and then you really do kind of have a Riverside champion, because we don't have that that all Riverside league like we used to. So I think it's fantastic. I was real happy when North said yes and King said yes, and obviously we played Pauley for the last 6 or 7 years. So yeah, it's good. The fact that the first game playing North, and we already know how good of a coach OP is, and he has a great team, and a very good signal caller, getting a lot of Division I offers. So yeah, it's going to be a good one, and unfortunately, it's on a Thursday night. You know, the ref shortage kind of bit us this year. We have 4 Thursday games, but you know what? It's a Thursday night for them too. So we're gonna have a real fun night at JW North on that Thursday night.
So, Coach, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. So if you play all these Thursday games, in the back of your mind, you think, well, on Friday night, you know, if you don't take your beautiful wife out to dinner, maybe you can go scout somebody. Maybe you go out there, watch somebody else play, and get ahead for the following game.
Yeah, so we've already kind of looked into our upcoming schedule and the schedule of our opponents. Sometimes it works out. Other times, you know, we play on a Thursday night, and our opponent for the following week plays on Thursday night, so we won't be able to scout them. But with the invention of Huddle and most of the high school coaches around here, they're really great guys. They'll give you their film, they'll help you out, and it makes it real easy. It is nice to go and scout on a Friday night, and I'm sure that, you know, my coaches will want to at least go watch some game. So yeah, Thursday nights are tough, but you're right. You do get the opportunity to scout on Friday night and see some high school football. But I definitely will have to reserve a couple Friday nights for taking Jennifer out. No doubt.
Good idea. You're a smart man right there, Coach. You know, Coach, you mentioned, you know, all the seniors graduating from last year's squad. Does this training camp feel more important this year? Because do you feel like, you know, there's still starting spots to be won, like who's going to be, you know, starting, you know, who's going to be getting snaps, who's going to be the guys we can rely on? Is this an important training camp for Ramona High School just because you've got so many critical spots to fill?
Oh, without a doubt. Last year was super easy. We knew that we had a good team. We knew that we had a lot of starters coming back. It made training camp more of a polishing session. This year, you're right. Right now, Cody Shiner and Jeremiah Costa are fighting to be the quarterback. Sincere Tolbert, Peter Mesa fighting to be the starting running back. We have a group of about 6, 7, 8 O linemen that are fighting, you know, for 5 jobs. Defense, it's the same way. We're still feeling out our linebacker core, our D line, definitely our DBs, and there's going to be some sophomores that are going to have to step up and start for us. And play some key roles. So this spring, this summer, definitely this next 10 days with pads on is going to be crucial for us. And you know what? It's exciting. You know, we haven't coached in a while, and I'm getting up there in age, and it's hard to get excited for football year in, year out. Well, when you have this type of team coming back and you actually have to coach, like it forces you to do a little bit more rather than just, you know, put Nathan Johnson back and give the ball to Bo Bruins or throw it up to Jake. We don't have that this year. So the coaches need to coach, the players need to play. And yeah, there's an air of excitement that is around Ramona football right now.
Well, Coach, you've had such a great run with the Rams. I think it was 2019, right, when you guys went to the finals?
Correct.
I mean, you've had a great run. Do you feel like going into this season, that's still the expectation? The standard is the standard. You know, there might be a lot of turnover, but now at Ramona High School, we just expect you guys to win.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. And that's kind of a double-edged sword, too. You know, for us, we can use it to our advantage. Like, listen, you know, we've set the standard. We've gone to the playoffs every year. We've made it to, you know, a couple championship or semifinal games. But it can also work against you because these kids coming in, yes, they think that it's the standard that's set, but they have to still work for it. They still have to achieve it. It's not just going to come easily. And you have to keep preaching that as a coaching staff. You have to work with those kids and say, like, listen, just because you are playing for Ramona, that doesn't mean you're going to go to the playoffs. We hope we do, but you have to get us there. It's not just going to come easily.
Well, Coach Mush, you're the best, man. I always appreciate the time. I love talking Ram football, and I know that first game's around the corner, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but we have some special stuff coming up with Riverside TV as well for our high school football coverage this year. So we're going to ramp it up even more for you.
Good. Well, I appreciate it, Pep. Thanks for having me, and have a great year this year, and obviously let me know if I can help in any way.
Yes, sir. I'll see you on the sidelines. That's Ram High coach Ken Mushinskie here on the Inland Sports Show. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Inland Sports. The one and only Ken Mushinskie from Ram High. When we come back on this edition of the Inland Sports Show, we're going to hear from Vista del Lago head coach Mike Tuohy. Raven football next here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods in Norco. #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Rialto, right off the 210 freeway at Ayala Drive. Eat more chicken.
Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down, see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
What's going on? It's your boy Boost Man. I'm here at Santiago High School in Corona with my man Jayden Henderson. He's representing Northern Vista High School football. We got a great drill for you guys to demonstrate. It's called the explosive stride. This is an advanced drill when you need to re-emphasize some acceleration work with your team. Check it out. Okay, so this is the explosive stride drill. Again, this is a more advanced acceleration drill. It reinforces that piston-like action, and more importantly, it reinforces limb speed with the arms and legs. So here's how it works. Jayden's gonna take 2 steps on his seconds. After his second step, he's gonna stride in place. It's an acceleration stride. He's gonna give me that piston-like action with his legs. He's gonna give me great arm action. Again, I'm looking for limb speed, fast arms, fast legs. Here we go, Jayden. Let's hit it. 1, 2, hit it. Good. There we go. Take 2 more steps. Come on. Hit it. Good. Come on. Give me no arms. Arms. 1, 2. Good. Come on. More. Accelerate. Good. There it is. One more. Come on. 1, 2. Good. And relax. I'm telling you guys right now, this drill is a lot harder than it looks. It requires a high degree of synchronicity, the arms and the legs. That's the first progression of the explosive stride. Now we're going to progress it a little bit. He's a high enough level athlete that he can do the 3 steps, so I'm going to progress him a little bit. We're going to move forward. Okay, so it's going to be the same thing, but now Jayden's going to take 2 steps. He's going to hit a 1, 2, 3. He's going to accelerate in place for a 3 step. He's going to hit it again. All right, Jayden, let's hit it, baby. There it is. Take 2 steps. Accelerate. There it is. Come on, keep going. Keep moving. Good. One more. Hit one more for 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Good. Nice and easy. There you have it. Appreciate that, Jayden. You got the explosive stride. Like I said, it's an advanced drill. When your team is ready, incorporate this into your speed work. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. You'll see the gains if you need your athletes to run better. Incorporate this, see the progress. Boost Man.
The Inland Sports Show is proud to partner with Dr. Marcus Paulson and Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Dr. Paulson and his team work with children, teens, and adults using orthodontic products like traditional braces and Invisalign to make a difference in the appearance, comfort, and function of each patient's teeth. Paulson Orthodontics welcomes new patients, so schedule a visit today. Paulson Orthodontics. We make braces fun. Welcome back, y'all, to the Inland Sports Show. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. We're going to ramp up our coverage for high school football, which is right around the corner. Week 0, Friday's the August 18th. We got a bunch of games also on that Thursday night, August 17th. One of the teams we're going to preview tonight in this show, Vista del Lago, the Ravens. They've made it to 3 straight CIF Southern Section semifinal appearances, which is great. Most programs, most teams would be happy about that, but for head coach Mike Tuohy, he's hoping the Ravens take it to the next level. They get over that hump and they maybe bring home a CIF championship in 2023. Here's our exclusive interview with head coach Mike Tuohy at VDL. Inland Sports. It's time to check in with the Vista del Lago Ravens. Head coach Mike Tuohy joining us here on the show. And coach, man, I just look at your body of work the last couple of seasons at Vista del Lago. Several semifinal appearances, in CIF. I know it's been a great run, but do you feel like, man, we got to take that next step? Like maybe this is the year we take, we get over that hump, we make it to a championship game, or we win a championship. Do you feel like you guys are just really close?
Yes, sir. We're tired of stubbing our toe there, and every year I say it. So I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to hope we play well this year and get back there. But yeah, we got to get past it this year.
So, Coach, in the offseason, as we're going into fall training camp, and the helmets and pads are coming out, with week 0 around the corner. But when you look at this offseason, what do you think was like the single most important thing for you guys to do? Was it just spend a lot of time in the weight room? Was it, find some, fast guys on campus that want to play football? I mean, what was like the biggest thing you felt like in the offseason? Hey, if we can do this, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win in 2023.
Yeah, so, we busted our butt in the weight room and doing agility work, and getting some field work in the offseason. But, it kind of happened because, we had Coach Benitez, who's now the head coach at Mobile, and we lost Coach B, and I'm super happy for him. But, it was tough sledding trying to find it, but trying to find another offensive guy. But Coach Smith, who was at Heritage last year, is an awesome coach as well. So I think we kind of, we lost a great one, but we got a great one too. So I'm excited that, we've changed a little bit, and he's more structured than me. Like even Coach B was. I'm kind of more a fly by the wing guy, but it's helping me be a better coach, and he's an awesome offensive coach. And I know Coach B is going to do great over there at Mobile too.
And real quick, speaking of Coach Smith, he's a Murrieta Valley guy as well, and they had some really good quarterbacks and receivers and offenses. Were you able to maybe, add some new wrinkles to the Ravens offense this season because of Coach Smith?
Yeah, definitely. He's got a lot of things that he likes to do that we probably didn't do as much in the past. Don't know if it's necessarily better, but he is on it, and we're going to go fast. And he gave us a lot of trouble today on defense. I'll say that. Kind of kicked our butt a little bit.
Well, Coach, before we get to the defense, I do want to ask you about your offense. I know Jalen Patterson has moved out of the area. So what does the offense look like? What's the quarterback situation? Could you be more run heavy this year? What how do you kind of see the offense right now?
Yeah, so that's another thing, we obviously didn't want, but with Jalen relocating and his family, he's a great kid, and I wish him the best, and I know he's going to do great things. But our guy stepping in right now is Larry Joyce. He's been here since he was a freshman, and once Jalen came on the scene, he kind of had to take a back seat. And the thing I love about the kid is he never stopped fighting, never stopped working, and now's his time to go out and show it. But we also got Des Woods, quarterback in. He's an awesome athlete, great thrower of the football too. So those two guys will compete probably for the starting job. And then Noah Fuller's a good young player. So we'll see. But yeah, we're going to run the ball a little bit, but we can sling it too.
And defensively, do you think if you had to pick a strong point of this football team early on in the season, do you feel like the defense might carry this team a little bit early on in the season as the offense kind of finds its footing?
Yeah, well, we got a lot to improve on. Offense kind of checked us today a little bit, so we'll get there. We won't stop working, but our defensive line is really deep. We got 4 or 5 linebackers we like. Our DBs really talented. We've just got to gel together a little bit in the next couple weeks.
I think you got some all-league guys back on defense, right? Including stud linebacker.
Mir Stevens is back, and he lit a few guys up today in pads. So that's nice. Dylan Welch, Darian Sewell, Big Country, Tyler Cortez, Gus Martinez. We're pretty deep up front. 7 to secondary is new guys, but it's some guys from receiver moved over to DB. A couple transfer kids in that are really talented. So I think we'll be all right on defense. We just got to gel together the next couple weeks.
So, Coach, I was looking at your record earlier the past couple of seasons. I don't have it in front of me, but I think it was 3 trips to the semifinals. Is that right?
Yeah, 3 semis in a row, 3 losses in a row. Good to get there, not good to stay there.
But, I mean, obviously that's great for the program because you guys are getting used to, battling for league championships, going deep into CIF. So what's kind of the battle cry, the message to this group? Because I'm sure some of these guys obviously were part of this team the last season or the season before, and they know what it takes to go deep in the playoffs, and maybe they know what it takes to maybe take that next step, like we were just talking about, to get over that hump, that unfinished business for this Ravens team.
Yeah, I mean, we finished with our sprints. We're breaking CIF. We finished with a good team drill. Everybody's saying CIF. That's what's on our mind. League championship, great, but we've got to get to CIF and get over that hump.
Coach, I'm not trying to overlook anybody on your schedule, but when I looked at your non-league games, obviously Elsinore's a big one, Great Oak is a big one. Any team from that Big West Conference is a big game. So when you design your non-league schedule, you want some games that you feel like you got a chance to win. You want some games maybe where you're going to feel like you're going to get tested. Maybe even see teams that run different offenses, so you're not caught by surprise when you get to the playoffs. When you built this non-league schedule, what did you kind of have in mind?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Some winnable games, some games that maybe people don't think are winnable for us, But, we think every game is winnable, but, doesn't always work out to be the case. So we just try to put a mix of both, like not too crazy, not too soft. And I think it's a good schedule. I think everybody on our schedule is pretty tough. So, I like it.
And Coach, with this new CIF formula, I couldn't break it down for you. I don't know exactly how it works, but even when you play really good teams and you lose to a really good team, it might, carry as much weight as, beating a team that's 0-10 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. In the back of your mind, you think, okay, well, let's say we win league and go, 10-0 this season or 9-1. Like, we might be Division 7 or 8, but like if you drop a couple games, you might be Division 11. I don't know. Like it's hard to say with the CIF formula.
Yeah, that's why I like kind of scheduling a mix. You might win some, you might lose some, but you get to that point where you're in there and give yourself a chance. That's all I'm worried about. But like I said, I think our schedule's got some tough opponents too. So we'll see. Our league, Paloma Valley, they won it last year, so. Wouldn't be surprised if they're picked to win it again. I know they'll be tough with coach coming over there from Temecula Valley. I think it's Marito, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
He's a good coach, so I know they'll be tough. Poly, Lakeside, new coaches, I'm sure they'll get it going. So we just got to get in, Pep. That's all I'm worried about. Get in the playoffs, and we'll see where it falls. But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, it all starts with Redlands East Valley. That's your first game of the season. What are you hoping to see out of your Ravens in that first game of the year? It might not be pretty because, it's the first game of the year, but, what are you hoping to see out of your team?
Just play hard, play fast. If we play our game, give ourselves a chance to win, we'll be happy with the result. Play your butts off.
And, Coach, who do you have your scrimmage with? Where's it at, and who are you playing in your scrimmage?
We got some tough guys. So we were Division 8 last year. Grand Terrace, Emmett, both were Division 8 with us, and then Citrus Hill, they're well coached with Tanaka, so we'll get some good looks with guys that were in the playoffs with us last year. So that'll be a good test. See where we're at.
So for that scrimmage, do you try not to put all your cards on the table? Do you try to say, okay, Rev or Great Oak or whoever might see this the scrimmage video at some point, let's do some things, but let's not do everything, Coach Smith or whoever, let's hold some stuff back.
Yeah, no, I'm going to run all out blitz every play, Yeah, we'll do basic stuff. We'll probably be kind of vanilla, but we might show a little bit, but nothing crazy.
Well, Coach Tuohy, listen, I always appreciate the time, man. You got such a good thing going right now at Vista del Lago. I hope you guys have a big season. Again, it all starts in week 0 against Redlands East Valley. That is Coach Mike Tuohy from Vista del Lago, the Ravens football team here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you, Pep. Appreciate you having us, brother.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one. We'll see you this season.
Inland Sports. All right, that was Vista del Lago head coach Mike Tuohy. The Ravens, again, coming off 3 consecutive appearances in the CIF Southern Section semifinals. We don't count that weird spring season in 2021 because of COVID. So, yeah, 3 straight years and trying to get over that hump. Maybe this is the year they win a CIF championship. All right, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, more high school football talk with Geoff Gorham from Riverside TV. Riverside TV is going to have some fantastic, never-seen-before coverage this upcoming fall. We're going to try some new things, be innovative. I think you guys are going to like it. They're going to have live games, highlights. I don't want to give away too much, but it's going to be awesome. We're going to talk with Geoff when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
What up, y'all? Boostman here with a quick 2 cent. Parents, there's no better place for kids to learn how to control their emotions than through sports. There's nothing wrong with competing with emotion. The key is how we use them. Channeling your emotions to work harder, focus more, and compete with intensity is encouraged. But when emotions lead to negative outcomes, this can be detrimental to athletes. That's why it's important that parents model emotional control for their kids. Screaming and arguing with refs, blaming coaches, or getting worked up at other kids on the field are terrible examples of emotional control. So if you want your athlete to keep their emotions in check, be the example. Boostman.
And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods in Norco, #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Rialto, right off the 210 freeway at Ayala Drive. Eat more chicken. And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. If you're watching this video right now, and I know you are, give it a like and subscribe to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Tell everyone you know as well. We'd really appreciate that. All right, it really blew up this week when we unveiled our Boost Top 25 poll. Not only did we have our Boost Top 25, but we also did a special Boost Coaches poll. This is for preseason, right? So a lot of this is based on how the team did last year. Is there a new head coach? How many players did they lose? Are there transfers? So we did a coaches poll, and we also did our regular top 25 because, we get intel from coaches, admins, boosters, coaches themselves. So we put together our top 25 and for inland sports, and we also put a coaches poll together. So first, let's take a look at the Boost Top 25 Coaches Poll, and this is based on votes from local coaches, head coaches, assistant coaches. It was all fair game, and they ranked their top 25 teams in the inland sports show coverage area. So like golf, the lower the better. Centennial with a perfect 1, they are number 1, and then you can see the power rankings to the right side of each of the school names. The lower the number, the better. So it was such a great turnout by the coaches that maybe we'll continue this throughout the season. I know, excuse me, for sure, we wanted to do this as a preseason poll, but because it got such a great response from you guys out there, maybe we'll do a coaches poll throughout the entire regular season. So that was the Boost Coaches Poll preseason top 25. Here was the Inland Sports preseason top 25. Very, very similar to the coaches poll. A little bit different here and there, but we basically had pretty much all the same teams. So what we thought at Inland Sports and the intel that we have and what the coaches thought was very on par. All right, now join us here on the show. We got Geoff Gorham from Riverside TV, also the vice president of the Riverside Sport Hall of Fame, talking high school football. All right, now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. He needs no introduction. He's the Big Jeezy, the vice president of the Riverside Sport Hall of Fame. Nobody loves Riverside more than Geoff Gorham, also of Riverside TV. Geoff, you can kind of see, I'm going to have to kind of reframe the shot, but yeah, you got the logo on for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, can you believe it? They elected me as a vice president of one of the greatest organizations. You know it.
No, I can't believe it. All the great legends in Riverside, and you're the VP.
I know. I'm working with the great Jennifer Goldware now. She's the new president, and I do everything she tells me to. I'm like her Darth Vader. Remember, it was like Grand Moff Tarkin, and I stood over her shoulder, and then she says, "Make it so," and I do my best, whimpering, not so much like Darth Vader, but I do my best to make Riverside Sport Hall of Fame the best in the entire world.
Well, you know, at the Sith, there's always two.
Always.
Yeah. And so the Hall of Fame ceremonies, again, it's usually with that first week in May, I think it is, right? So you got some time to get ready for the next one.
Oh, we've got some time. And you know what? Yesterday, we had a big one of those meetings. I'm going to tell you, very secret. A subcommittee meeting regarding the Wall of Distinction and the possible Hall of Fame members. And that's a who's who. I mean, if I told you who was in the meeting, I'd have to kill you. But I mean, it's a who's who in this meeting. And we're arguing about this and talking about that and saying, oh, that person was fantastic. And we have our list of names that we are going to present to the president and to the board. And there will be a new class going in this year. Like you said, the ceremony is at California Baptist University in the most wonderful arenas here in town, and we're going to fill that place up with next year's invitees, I should say.
So as we get closer to the Hall of Fame ceremony, we'll have to talk more about it. But Geoff, we got to talk high school football, man. We are here. The football season is here. I know you've been doing stuff for Riverside TV. They had you on a big photo shoot. You look like a JCPenney catalog model. Like, you've been doing all kinds of stuff to get ready for football.
Oh, I'm not only my vice president, but apparently I'm a cover model. I mean, what is that? No, I tell you what, we start our fourth season of the Coach's Perspective. We're going to start that Monday, the 7th, coming up. You're going to be in studio. I heard Ghazal Hassan will be in studio, and then a veritable plethora, a cornucopia of Riverside coaches are going to be in studio, and we're going to get all of the jive on all those great teams we're going to be covering throughout the season.
Well, I can't wait. High school football is here. I think it's going to be another fun season. There's going to be a lot of parity. There's going to be local teams making runs for league and CIF championships. I do want to talk about our Boost Top 25 poll. But first, there were some teams, I told you this, there were a couple teams that coaches specifically told me, Pep, listen, I know this is not my team, this is another team, but I want you to look out for a couple schools. They said Aquinas is going to be good. They said Orange Vista is going to be good. They said Liberty is going to be good. And Norda Vista is going to be really, really good. We're going to see them on Riverside TV, I'm sure. So what are your thoughts on specifically Novi, man? They're loaded.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Kenny Batdorf starting his 30th campaign at one school. He has more wins than he almost has as many wins as his age. But no, 30 years at the helm. I think over 300 wins. Isn't that something crazy?
Yeah, remember we did that little ceremony with him. I think it was just last year.
It's several hundred wins. I'll tell you what, he's going to finally be able to run the true double wing, I think, this year, because honestly, I think he has. I thought he had the best back coming into the city this coming season, but he got another one in. A guy who we remember from Riverside Poly, Cajon Henderson, is now a Norda Vista Brave, and I think with Eddie Dreddy, and Freddie Elaine, the youngest, is going to be a phenomenal sophomore and learn behind Cajon Henderson, who is a big-time player. That is the best two backs in the city, in the county, you name it. Those guys are tough. They've got a great quarterback, not a throwing quarterback. Come on, Ken Batdorf doesn't do that, but a very athletic quarterback, a strong fullback, and I will say this. You saw them, the best line of anybody in the city, hands down. They were taking care of business against Roosevelt. I saw film on, these lineman competitions. And when you're going up against the best and holding your own, I think Norda Vista is going to be right there.
Yeah, I think so too. This could be a really special team for Ken Batdorf. And I just found the picture that I tweeted. It was September 16th, 2022, so last season, and it was Ken Batdorf 200 career wins. So that was in September, so he probably had he's probably around 210 maybe.
Yeah, I think he is right around 210. Yeah, but like I said, he's 115 years old, and he needs to get a championship. The goal is, what the goal is eventually is we're going to get old Kenny Batdorf retired from Norda Vista and get him jumping in the booth at Riverside TV.
Oh, broadcasting, huh?
Yeah, but the only thing is, if you get Coach Batdorf preseason, he sounds wonderful. He sounds like Michael Bublé. And then once he gets through this, about two weeks into the season, he sounds like he has marbles or rocks in his mouth, and you don't understand a word he says. So we're going to have to take care of those pipes if he's ever going to join the broadcast booth.
Yeah. But he'd be great, man. He's so funny, and if you ask him, he's really good looking too, so he'd fit right in with us.
Oh, yeah, he'd be the third best looking guy on our crew.
All right, Geoff, I know you don't have him in front of you, but I'm going to punch him up right now. Oh, you do?
Of course I do.
So this year we did something a little bit different here. Is we had our Boost Top 25, and that's just, I take the schools and feedback from everyone, and we come up with these rankings. But then I also, in addition to, I asked a bunch of local coaches, hey, send me your top 25. Here's the leagues that I need you to pick from. Send me your 25 best schools in our coverage area. It was pretty interesting what they sent me, and they were all similar, not exact, but they were all similar, so they were kind of all thinking the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and punch that up on the screen in just a moment. But as we look at the rankings, not a huge shock in the coaches poll that Centennial, Centennial's number one. But after that, it gets a little messy, Geoff.
Well, say this. If you're a coach, Tommy Leach, not Tommy Leach, what's his name? The guy Leach's was, the Centennial guy.
No, but I'll say this. Tommy Leach did hit me up. He did file. He did send in his votes for the top 25. Good. We love Coach Leach.
No, but Centennial, they have guys, I think, that are like making NIL money more than the head coach.
They got some ballers. They're always loaded.
But they're making money. How do I get in on that racket? I can still play quarterback. Centennial, they're the juggernaut. They always do a great job. Yes.
So, Centennial's number one. And then after that, I mentioned Aquinas, Orange Vista, Liberty, Norte Vista. Those are some of the schools that I heard specifically the coaches say, hey, you better look out for these teams. These teams have a ton of talent. They're set up to have big seasons. But as we look at the coaches poll, anything surprise you about what the coaches out there thought about our local teams?
The coaches poll, is that the one that had Marietta Valley third? Or did they have them second?
Yes. So Marietta Valley was third with a 3.37 power ranking.
Okay, I disagree with that. I think Chaparral is right there. But hey, anytime you have an animal Bachmeyer, isn't that right?
Yeah, they still got Bear.
They still have Bear. What happened? What was the other guy's name?
Tiger. He's at Stanford now.
Oh yeah, he's at Stanford. But Tigers and Bears. So we still have a Bear. So that's good. So I agree.
And he's really good.
Yeah, really good. So the coaches poll might have got that one wrong. Cajon's always there. I want to say this. San Jacinto, I don't believe, lost a lot of guys. And they brought in Coach John Rice as an assistant coach at San Jacinto. He's still going to be wearing orange. I think San Jacinto is still better than Orange Vista.
Ooh, I'd actually like to see that game. That would be a track meet.
Okay, so San Jacinto, I think, moves up. I think San Jacinto gives Cajon a good game. Let's go through Citrus Valley at 8. Okay, all right, as long as he wears some funny pants. Roosevelt, that's a tough one. I mean, you don't know what they're going to have. Like I mentioned, Tommy Leach gone. They bring in the dog bite.
Yeah. Chuck Chastain.
Yeah. I mean, dog bite, you can't ever bet against him. And then right behind him is his former team, Norco, who is Dan Barlich.
Yeah.
How do you vote against Dan Barlich?
Yeah, I mean, that's what was so interesting, because there's a lot of teams, especially in the Big West Conference. I mean, Vista Marietta, Roosevelt, Norco. You might even throw Great Oak in there. Apparently, everyone's excited about King and Marietta Mesa as well. Like, I think they're all pretty close.
Okay, if I was to do this myself, like, the old Inland Sports computer.
The old machine.
Okay, the machine, I would put Norte Vista ahead of Norco. But I would put Liberty, and I think I'd put Liberty right there above, or right there with Roosevelt. I think Liberty is going to be very good. And I'll tell you what, they're only going to get better because they're not even a full school yet. So give them another year, and then you can start seeing where they're going to plateau or if they're going to continue to go up. I know there's a lot of houses out here just below my stately Gorham Manor. I can see down in the valley there that the fee is growing by sweeps and bounds.
Yeah.
But no more Coach Broach.
No, yeah, he stepped down. Our boy, Coach Contreras, is filling in.
You know what, though? Coach Contreras has a much better smile than Coach Broach. Coach Broach, though, if you want to go out and hunt something with your bare hands, you take Coach Broach. He is a tough guy. He's still involved. Just don't kid it around. He's still the offensive guru for that Liberty team. The Bison. Aren't they the Bison?
They are the Bison.
And they have the Ramona Rams colors almost, don't they?
They do. I like their colors. I like the Liberty look.
Ramona Rams coming in at 24th. What the hell is that?
This is what the coaches thought. Hey, but remember, because we did a lot of Ramona games, they had so many great seniors, and they basically graduated everybody. Jacob Valenzuela is a good receiver. He's back, but they lost a lot of seniors.
They lost Bo Bruins. They lost Nate Johnson. Nate Johnson is up right now in Santa Barbara, getting into his little UC Santa Barbara in his dorm. His mom is tucking him in, getting ready there. But, Ramona High School, you never, ever can count out Coach Mushinskie.
Well, Jeff, let me wrap it up with this. At least for our Boost Coaches poll here. Give me a team that's 11 through 25 on the right side of the screen. Give me one of those schools that you think can maybe knock some schools off and get into the top 10. Who's a school that we should be talking about that might end up in the top 10 by the end of the season?
Ooh, I'm going to have to say King could possibly get up to 11. I think King could be pretty good. The sleeper, Jason McMains, always his third full season under his belt.
Yeah.
Could be pretty darn good. Rancho Verde, depending on their athleticism, could move up. But I'm going to say Norte Vista. But Liberty comes out of that 11 through 25 and moves in the top 10.
Yeah, that's hard, man. There's some good teams there, and that Liberty versus San Jacinto game that we're going to get in Mountain Pass League play, farther on in the season, that could be very telling, of course, right?
San Jacinto's going to lose that one again.
Oh, that's what you said. That's what you said last season.
You're going to lose. Use it. You can put on that ring you won this year. I hope it's orange like your wedding ring. But I'm telling you, the Bison are going to beat. What is San Jacinto? What is their
the Tigers?
Bison are going to gorge a tiger. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there's a couple games. I know we're just starting the football season, but there's a couple league games I'm excited about. Of course, Cajon Citrus Valley is going to be awesome. Liberty against San Jacinto is going to be awesome.
Hillcrest. Don't sleep on Hillcrest.
Yeah.
I think Hillcrest and Ramona and Novi are the cream of the crop.
In the River Valley?
The River Valley League.
The River Vizzle?
The River Vizzle. So what else do we want to talk about, Pep?
So, Jeff, the opener for Riverside TV is North against Ramona. We just talked a little bit about Ramona. They're going to take on North. And I know Coach Mushinskie, he's very big on playing the other Riverside schools. And this is no slight to the Alvord District schools, but he likes to play those other Riverside Unified schools, Poly, King, who's at Arlington, and North, and Ramona. So he says that's a big one. He wants to beat JW North for bragging rights.
Well, I want him to beat JW North for bragging rights because I'm a Ramona Ram. But I'll tell you, anytime you have OP Vaiapulu and that offensive line that he can anchor himself by teaching them, and they always have great skilled positions. Who will be the next? Who's that little running back? Mika Ale.
Yeah,
that guy.
He wasn't little though. He was a big guy.
Yeah, but he was about 2'6", but he was built like a bowling ball. Remember, he would hurdle over guys. He could jump over them.
Yeah.
He was great. So if anytime you can get one of those guys behind that formidable line and a great core of receivers, John W. North's going to be good, but that's going to be tough to beat the Rams. The new look Rams. Don't sleep on the Rams.
Yeah, I was out there at Shark Fest passing tournament, and again, Ramona lost so many seniors. I was like, man, these guys are going to be down a little bit, just because you got to fill all those spots. But Jeff, I was kind of impressed. I'm like, man, they can still throw the ball downfield. They got a quarterback battle going on. They've got a couple, pretty good receivers, Jake Valenzuela and Royce Mendoza. I think they're going to be okay.
Okay, now here's the question. They both made it to the semifinals of the Shark Fest?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, now shouldn't they have played each other? North Vista should have played them, right?
They were opposite sides of the bracket, but they should have, yeah.
That would have been a good one.
That would have been a battle.
Old Ken versus Ken.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken was looking real slim in those videos that you were posting up on Inland Sports.
Was he?
No, he wasn't.
You've been feeding him too much. Too many big lunches out there.
I'm telling you, I'm slimmed up for the summer. I got off the soda pop. I haven't had a soda pop in probably a month.
Are you serious?
But I've doubled my intake of vodka.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to lose weight. I want to be around. I'm in my 50s, and Batman has to survive somehow and fight crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to defend the city?
Yeah, me. I have to do it as long as I can. Riverside, baby.
Well, Jeff, I got to run here, but I appreciate you jumping on. I will see you next week for the big high school football preview on Riverside TV. Hey, I can't wait.
Don't we have a big announcement coming up on that?
Do we? Or can we talk about that or what?
Do we?
Can we? Can we?
Well, yeah. We're going to break it on my show.
Well, yeah, we should do it on your show.
Yeah, and I do, but just know if you're going to watch next week the coach's perspective. By the way, I'm a journalist now that has got several journalism awards, including this last one for Talk Show of the Year.
Pull out the 6-shooters.
Yeah, pulling out the 6-shooters. So the coach's perspective, we're going to make a big announcement regarding yours truly, Pep Fernandez and Geoff Gorham. We broke up. We've been back together. We've never broke up, have we? We just, you know what? We drifted.
We got busy. Life happens.
Yeah, we got too many darn kids and heart attacks and stuff. And gosh, you're just so good looking. Every time I see you, but I can't wait for everybody to see us back to back. I mean, back again, in some capacity.
If you like high school football, we're going to ramp up the coverage this upcoming season.
And can't wait to talk about it.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
From this perspective.
And where can we find that, Jeff?
On I don't know. City of Riverside on YouTube channel. Hey, you didn't even mention that guy right there.
Who?
That guy right there. Look at that.
Hold on, let's see. I
See that
can't see.
little guy? My kids. Hold on. Before we go.
Oh, wait, can you turn your camera a little bit, or maybe I can? Here, let's see.
Wait, I'll bring it to you. I'm going to bring it right now.
Okay, let's do it.
Don't make fun of my shorts.
I'm gonna try not to.
All right, here we go. This one, I'm gonna let go for everybody. Everybody ever wondered what I look like with hair? My kids put this up.
Oh my gosh.
How handsome I was, good looking.
Yeah.
Can you see that, Pep?
Overalls, you got hair.
Yeah.
I see that. I see the resemblance.
Yeah, some do, some don't. Pep, I love you. Give my best to Tara and the girls. We'll see you next week and all season long.
Can't wait. That's the Big Jeezy, Riverside TV, and the Vice President of the Riverside Sport Hall of Fame, Geoff Gorham. Thanks, Geoff.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, that was Geoff Gorham. Exciting things on the way for Riverside TV and our high school football coverage. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to hear from Jayden Daniels, the former Cajon High School quarterback, now the starter, QB1 at LSU, maybe winning a national championship this year, maybe the Heisman Trophy winner. Who knows? The sky's the limit for Jayden Daniels. So we'll talk some LSU football when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show.
And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods in Norco, #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Rialto, right off the 210 freeway at Ayala Drive. Eat more chicken.
So if you're a team coach and you're looking to get your athletes to run better, here's a few drills that you can do to help reinforce good running mechanics. I'm Coach Bass. We're here at Santiago High School in Corona, and I got my man Kyle with me. Today we're going to go over another great technical drill to enhance acceleration mechanics. We're going to do what's called a wall strike. So Kyle, you're going to get against the fence here. All right, Kyle's going to get a 45-degree lean. He's going to push those hips in, back straight, chest up. He's got his right leg up. When I say switch, he's going to attack the fence with his knee. He's going to punch it up quickly, then put it back down underneath this hip. Ready? Switch, 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 and relax. So we just want to get a couple reps here. We don't want to tax them too much. Just want to reinforce that piston-like action with our legs. That's one variation of the wall drill. Okay, so what you guys just saw there was Cal just demonstrated the wall drill, an acceleration wall strike. The first variation was individual. He was punching his knees, getting that piston-like action. Now we're going to progress this drill, and we're going to do what's called a 3-step. So go ahead and get that 45-degree lean against the fence there, Kyle. All right, punch one leg up. I'm going to give him 2 switches. When I say go, he's going to hit 3-step. Ready? Switch, switch, go, go, go. And relax. Very good, Kyle. So again, what we're looking for there is just to progress that individual wall strike. Now we start to get those hip flexors firing with the 3-step. Okay, so we're back here with Kyle. We've done the drill, the acceleration wall strike. All right, we've done an individual, we've done a 3-step. Now, Kyle's looking pretty good. He's got the mechanics, he's ready to progress. So now we're gonna go continuous. So we're gonna get that 45-degree lean against the fence. He's gonna have one leg up, one leg down. Okay, I'm gonna give him 2 switches, and then when I say go, he's gonna get after it. Here we go, ready, switch, switch, go. Get it, get it, get it, come on, come on, punch, 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 stop. And relax, very good there. So that's the final progression. Now we're just gonna get those hip flexors firing, and then we wanna hold at the top, get that isometric contraction. So there you guys have it. We have the wall drill and all of its progressions from individual to 3-step to continuous. This is a great drill to execute with your team when you need them to run better. Execute it, see the results. Boost man.
The Inland Sports Show is proud to partner with Dr. Marcus Paulson and Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Dr. Paulson and his team work with children, teens, and adults using orthodontic products like traditional braces and Invisalign to make a difference in the appearance, comfort, and function of each patient's teeth. Paulson Orthodontics welcomes new patients, so schedule a visit today. Paulson Orthodontics. We make braces fun.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody. You just saw that quick promo that during the high school football season, we want you to send us your best video highlights. We can't be at every game. We don't see every play of every game. So if you catch something great on camera, please send it our way. We'd love to incorporate it into one of our shows. We also have weekly awards that we pass out that we need the video for as well. So again, this is another reminder. I'll probably continue throughout the football season to send us your video. You can tag us on social media, or you can send us an email, inlandsportshow@gmail.com. All right, here in this final segment, we wanted to check in with former Cajon High School football star Jayden Daniels, now QB1 for the LSU Bengal Tigers. And man, this LSU team is one of the top teams in the nation, and Jayden trying to go out a national champion, and who knows, maybe a Heisman Trophy winner as well. We just had SEC Media Days, and Jayden Daniels talking about the prospects of, winning a national championship, all the big time awards that go along with it, like the Heisman Trophy Award, and just trying to be a better quarterback. He came back to LSU. He'll be in the NFL next year, but he came back to Baton Rouge to try to do some big things with the Tigers. So here is former Cajon Cowboy, Jayden Daniels.
Inland Sports.
LSU is special to me. Like you said, the fan base and everything. Just the state of Louisiana, they took me as one of their own. I kind of feel like I'm from Louisiana now in a way, even though I'm from California. I'm from the West Coast. Like I said, they took me in as their own, treated me, respected me, and just the transition coming from the Arizona State to LSU is night and day. Just what the fans exemplify, the energy that they bring each and every to our games, and how much they care about us and care about LSU football is second to none. I mean, it's a blessing, obviously, what those two other teams did with the women's basketball and baseball. It's second to none. They could go out there and they both won championships. Hopefully we could follow up with one, but other than that, we got to take it day by day and really just enjoy the process, enjoy the season with each other. I mean, I don't really look at stuff like that. I mean, it's blessed. I'm honored to be a part of a prestigious award like that. Hopefully when I win football games, hopefully my odds go up. But my main thing is really just focus on helping the team win football games, and if individual success comes with it, then it comes with it. And I say just to be a successful SEC quarterback, you got to go in there and just really prepare like a pro. If not, you might get exposed in this league because there's some great players out there playing against you. I mean, to answer your question, I feel like that's what we need to do to take the offense to the next level. I feel like we can have a top offense in the country. Going out there, and we have the guys we have the talent out there. Guys are special to go out there and really make those plays. Just this summer, we've just been working hard at it, working hard at our timing. And even when we do our player-led practices and stuff like that, we're giving the guys opportunities to go make plays. So that's the biggest thing that I say, that we could take that leap to make the offense more explosive.
Inland Sports.
Well, you can bet Jayden Daniels is going to ball out this season for the LSU Tigers. All right, our high school football coverage is really ramping up. We've been previewing a lot of teams in the last couple of weeks, and we will continue to do so. So if there's a team out there, a coach, a player that you'd like to see here on the Inland Sports Show, let us know. Hit us up on social media and say, Pep, you need to get so-and-so on your show. They're going to have a big year, so we'd love to hear from you as well. And we're always looking for local partners, sponsors, local companies to partner with the Inland Sports Show, and also interns to help us gather content, gather video, report on some of these games. And it goes well beyond football, too. We might need your help during soccer and basketball and baseball and softball and so on. So if you're out there, high school, college student, email us, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you, and maybe we can work something out. You can learn a little bit about the business, and we could use your help as well gathering content so we can bring the best sports coverage here in our little part of the area of Southern California here in the Inland Empire. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in. God bless you. Stay safe out there, everybody, and we'll see you next week on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. Good night.